That brings us to Chuck Todd, Nicolle Wallace, and Steve Kornacki. Good morning to all of you guys.
Good morning.
Well, I mean, where do we even start? I guess, Chuck, did this change anything about the race?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I don't even want to look at it in conventional terms. I mean, I feel like in the light of day, you want to see what hath we wrought? Like, what did we see here? I mean, this is not, again, it wasn't a conventional moment of presidential debate politics. I think we will look on, this debate is only going to be remembered for two things. The Trump campaign's decision to bring Bill Clinton's accusers in and create this diversion on the video, on the lewd video, and him saying during the debate that he wants to put his opponent in jail. That's all it's going to be remembered about in 2 days. That will be the takeaway. What part of that is helpful to the Trump campaign? I have no idea. I don't think it is. The vice script that the rest of the Republican Party is in this morning is even tighter than it was before that debate started. And that's a problem because the Trump base is elated.
They loved it.
Well, I want to ask Nicolle, if you are one of those Republicans who hasn't decided yet on this issue of the Access Hollywood tape, you see this performance in which you kind of hung in there. Does it change anything?
Well, listen, even inside Trump Tower over the weekend, there was a divide over how much contrition to show. There were people who argued for Donald Trump to do an interview on Saturday, a big interview, so that he could appear more remorseful. The people that wanted to see that out of him, and even Jeff Sessions, one of his top surrogates, was talking about contrition before the debate.
As was Mike Pence.
I don't think they saw that, but what they saw was maybe what they were attracted to at the very beginning of the GOP primary. They saw his scrappiness. They saw him prosecute a case against Clinton's in the 90s. So I'm not sure that affects the outcome of the 2016 presidential, but they saw Trump for who he is, for someone who never backs down, and for the 35 to 42% of the country that likes that, they're still behind him. But the mission 30 days out from an election is to win over the people who are not yet for you. And I don't think he won over one single person who was not yet for him.
Steve, let me ask you, over the weekend we did see this laundry list of Republicans come out and either say they condemned the remarks and some of them actually rescinded endorsements. Do you think Trump's performance stopped the bleeding in terms of Republicans jumping ship?
I suspect it mostly did, and that sort of gets to what Nicolle was just saying. The story of this campaign really has been a story of two different audiences. Take, first of all, the audience that got the Republican nomination for Donald Trump in the first place, the Republican base. And I think there's evidence they were pleased by what they heard last night. And a lot of them have been waiting, let's be honest, 2 decades for somebody to go toe-to-toe with the Clinton and bring up some of the things that he brought up last night. That exerts pressure on the average Republican office holder to take that attitude into mind before they throw Trump out going forward. But again, the problem for Donald Trump and the reason he has been consistently behind since he won the Republican nomination, it's in the suburbs, and it's more particularly among suburban women. And if you were watching that debate last night with an eye towards a suburban female voter who has had reservations about Donald Trump from the moment he became the Republican nominee, did you hear anything in how he addressed that tape? Did you hear any contrition? Did you hear any evidence that he's a different person than they've judged him to be? I don't think they heard that last night. Did you see anything in the performance last night that would win them over? I think that's the problem. He can get back that Republican base. He can be in striking distance, but the game is not to be in striking distance. It's to get ahead. I don't know how he did that last night.
There's a lot more to talk about, including the body language and some of those other things that we're going to chat a bit in the next half hour with you guys with more on the crisis facing the Republican Party.
Guys, thank you so much. We want to note one other thing. Pending further review of the matter, NBC News has suspended Billy Bush, the host of today's Third Hour, for his role in that conversation with Donald Trump.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.